Hello, I'm Ritz Blues, and this is Cactus Cowboy Land VR. We are the Cactus Cowboy, and we will have a mission to do here. Let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1. Our story begins. We are Cactus Cowboy, and we are spending time out in the woods with our good friend Cactus Girl, Cactus Waifu. I can jump too, by the way. She's so cute. What? You fiend! Come back here with my Cactus Waifu! Idle screen. Oh, hey, Coke. The evil Horst Weisendecker and his anti-cacti robot army have kidnapped the Cacti Princess and brought terror and despair into Cactus Land. It is on you to bring back the peace, loaded with your 6 rounds in your chamber. You, the Cactus Cowboy, just started a new adventure and will not be easy. Godspeed, Cactus. Title screen again. Say my name. Cactus Cowboy. Alright, so we are finally in the game. We are Cactus Cowboy. This is Cactus Cowboy Land. It is a challenging 3D first-person shooter / platformer. So, not only do we have to manage platforming and auto-scroller mechanics, but we have to shoot enemies and try not to get shot by enemies. I'll be doing a lot of little adjustments here and there of my viewpoint. But yes, we have our trusty rusty 6-shooter here, complete with reload action. It fires 6 rounds. What else is there to say? Love you too, bird. These are the Robo-Birds. They really like expressing their love for me. We're gonna go ahead and hop on these little platforms here. So this game came out a couple years ago, like right around the start of COVID, and was released on Steam, like Steam Labs. Not Steam Labs. What is it? Quest Labs. Is that right? I forget what it's called. It's the free app store on Quest. SideQuest. That's what it is. That's the first level. Here's 1-2. And yeah, somebody just sort of built a platformer, 3D platformer in Unity. And we fall. Hooray! We're dead. Cool. Let's try that again. We gotta go through this first part kind of fast to make a cycle up ahead on some of the platforms. So. At the corner there. Love you too, bird. Okay. You can jump the wall here. Just the cannons, jump across, and we made it. If we go too slow, we have to wait another wave for this and fight off some of those bots. We're actually going to go over this little tunnel here for a major out-of-bounds skip. We're going to be doing that in a few levels. Some of the later design levels have much tighter platforming designs, and so we don't really get the benefit of like out-of-bounds kind of skips. Oh, didn't quite get the out-of-bounds clip at the end there, which just for swag. So 1-3, this is where the game starts getting pretty challenging. Each world has 3 stages and a boss stage. So, if you're keeping track, this is the 3rd stage. The boss stage will come next. You have to time this just right. Oh, didn't quite get the jump. It's okay. So if you get the cycle just right, you can actually save a little time on that moving platform cycle. The red and purple platforms, or walls there, kind of have a different stagger to one another. So we can use our robot friend here to skip a series of platforms. Very useful. Sometimes when you land places or you step on certain spots, you'll find triggers for spawning enemies. So occasionally I will call out places where that's relevant. Here's the vertigo chamber. Hope you like it. Hope you like movement or motion sickness while playing VR games, because this level is pretty bad about that. Luckily those ladybugs there only take 1 bullet. Some of them take 3, some of them take 2. A very small number of them in the game have 1 hit point. I'm gonna avoid these bots. Shoot that lock that's got the exit closed off. Make our way to the exit of 1-3. That's the end of the first world, other than the bosses. So just take a few pot shots at the lock. Use our reload time to jump across these platforms and try not to get knocked out, Wipeout style, or other action-packed game show style. Okay, so first boss is in this chamber o' doom here. Most of them have a pretty similar layout. You go in this door and go in. Here she is, our cactus waifu, so we're gonna try and catch it. Do a little glitch here. We did it. So yeah, that was the boss. You got to see him for a second. Meteor Swarm! We did it. We saved the day, cactus waifu. You've defeated the evil Gunnar Gunbug and rescued the Cacti Princess out of his castle of darkness. But your journey isn't over yet. There are more friends in the hand of cactus-hating robots, and only you, the Cactus Cowboy, has the capabilities to save them all. So keep fighting, lonesome cowboy of Cactus Land. Your friends are counting on you. The next challenge is just upon you. So turn around for this part because the beginning of stage 2, which is Cactus in Space, is actually faster just to turn around backwards. But yeah, we're in space, which means the jumps are a lot bigger and a lot more floaty. And of course, we introduced a few new enemies as well. Not a lot to say in this level, other than some of the enemies take more than 6 bullets to kill, and that's kind of annoying. Shoot. From the window. Over here. Okay, the cool thing about moving platforms is they don't actually like spin you off. Like Cactus Cowboy has like cartoonish levels of like balance while maintaining his momentum in one spot. What we do need to do is wait for platforms, because moving platforms are very difficult to catch in your cycles. They tend to not play nice. Leap up here. And there's the exit. Beautiful scene of space. Turn back around. This level introduces dynamite and dynamite blocks or anti-cactus blocks as a barrier of sorts. Also, like, some of the levels introduce... Oh wow, that one took forever to land. That's hilarious. Some of the levels have, like, no joke, like bangers of music, and this is one of them. So our objective here in this level is to get all the way up to that planet. Unfortunately, I have a little trouble with that. We need to get to this little side planet here because the pathway that we're going to is blocked by dynamite. And the only dynamite that we can use in this stage is on this planet. You can actually take the first stick of dynamite with you, But if you do, it's here, over here, and there. Pardon my phone for there. Just a moment, please. I apologize for that. Come on, let me through. Game, please. That's hilarious and sad at the same time. Alright, well, we'll start this level over. Quite unfortunate that that happened. Sorry for the interruption there, folks. Shouldn't happen again. Give another go here. It is heartbreaking, unfortunately. That does happen. Not a lot you can do about it if the dynamite does not cooperate. Random blocks landing. So, yeah, some of the levels are pretty unforgiving, and when the game mechanics that are supposed to be, you know, as dev intended aren't working properly, it does get a little frustrating. My favorite non-intentional dev mechanic, though, is your hurt box. Your feet does not have a hurt box for bullets, but bullets have collision. So if you're insanely good, unlike me, can't time jumps. If you're insanely good at this game, you can actually land on bullets and jump on them again. So, sorry, I'm just gonna take a lap around here and pop. So yeah, there are certain circumstances where you can actually land on a bullet and get another jump. There's possibilities for that sort of thing actually being helpful in a run, but it's insanely hard to set up. Okay, so we're gonna help this section out a little bit with a spare piece of dynamite. Unfortunately, even if I blow it up, the wall does not despawn. That's actually physically blocking me there until I use the other dynamite stick. So yeah, these purple blocks, you need to jump early to land on them, unfortunately. Good landing. So this stick should actually open the wall up. Go. Now we can finish the stage. I'm gonna skip Robot Sideshow Bob here and just shoot our little robot friend there. We did it. 1-2 complete. 1-3. This level is also fairly long and challenging as the space levels go. Pretty much do the first segment of the level as intended, and then we're going to do some pretty janky, out-of-bounds stuff to speed the rest of this level up. So we're not going to go down that tunnel. We're actually going to hop over here and land on this piece of set dressing here, because for some reason this shuttle has collision. So you can land on it and get a much better platform for the other parts of the stage. So we do want to kill that guy, because he is shooting at us like crazy. We'll get him on the flip side. Got that. The bullets.
Do you want to die?
Kill him. We're going to shoot the other one over there before we go cross. Cool. So yeah, normally when you shoot locks, these green drawbridges, one of them will lower, but turns out you can go the wrong way on this one, and you don't even have to use it. So here's a great example of where you could land on bullets if you were fortunate. It's enough wasting bullets on the bird. Yeah. Go back. So yep, on the other side of this wall is a lock and dynamite.
Do you want to die?
On the return trip, they do spawn extra bullets, extra enemies. So we do have to be careful on the way back, take kind of a roundabout route. Try to avoid bullets on the way back. The Sideshow Bob looking guys shoot a whole lot of bullets at you, so you gotta be real careful. Oop, you want that help. And then you land and jump, super jump. Careful shots. Okay, careful throw. Game, please. Cool. Careful jump. Alright, cool. I have lost many a run to that particular wall and jump. Alright, so we're at boss for World 2 now. Here's another level where we're going to do things a little unconventional. You're supposed to jump down this meat grinder. And there's a lot of like spikes and stuff down there, but we're just going to fall out here. Wait a few seconds, then loop around. Avoid the kill plane. Oh, we did not avoid the kill plane. Okay. Back in here. Wait about 3 seconds. And loop around. Up on here. There we go. Okay, move to the next one. Cool. Alright, so because they gave us low gravity for this world, it's actually fairly easy to cheese this boss fight and not have to do it. On top of that, they gave us a bridge, which we can climb up here, come over here, jump on top of the cage. Ta-da! Skip the boss fight. Boom! Eat your strike! You've defeated the evil Shrimp Daniels and rescued the Cacti Princess out of a space castle. The anti-space cacti robots may be defeated for now, but your journey isn't over yet. The next glorious adventure is just upon you. Stay safe, Cactus Cowboy, and Godspeed. Welcome to World 3, the city. The hardest levels of the game. And also the final world in the game. A significant portion of the run is actually going to be in these levels because of how difficult they are. There are no checkpoints, so if we die anywhere in the level, we have to do the whole thing over. We're skipping a meat grinder here. We make that cycle pretty early. Get a few shots on that Mohawk worm dude. Why there's a worm Mohawk with a little pistol and a grenade, I'll never know. We're just going to stand over here and avoid the bullet storm heading our way. Wait for this insanely fast moving platform. Come back. Get in the next, what do you call it? Vertigo tunnel. Kill the worm. Make our way over the wipeout blocks. Oh no! Aww. Darn. We're a little over halfway through the level there. but that's bound to happen. The estimate will have a bit of a conservative amount of time allowed for it for these sorts of problems to occur. Some platforming is very janky and inconsistent in this game, so... Oh, we almost missed it. We're good. So we have to shoot him because he's the only one who can actually hit us from over here. Thankfully, I mean the other ones could pot shot, but you know. Alright, so let's try and get over these yellow block or blue blocks here one more time. There we go. So yeah, very interesting like music throughout the game. Like honestly, it's one of my favorite elements of it. Except for the levels that you have to repeat for very long periods of time. These blocks that are making noise will disappear about a half a second after you land on them. Okay, come over here. Good timing on that. And that. And that. And there we go. Easy there. Alright, you have to very carefully jump in this grinder. Okay, we're good. And that's the end of 3-1. Hooray! Welcome to 3-2, the worst level in the game. This is an auto-scroller, basically. Or the worst auto-scroller. It has like 3 of them. Jump his bullet there. He's the meanest enemy in the game. He almost always hits beginners or kills them. It's the trolliest enemy in the game. We're gonna wait patiently for our cycles here. So yeah, this level would be a really good place to start throwing it for donations because like you can't quite make that cycle. It's very, very deceptive. If you're willing to damage boost through it, which I'm not, you might make it. If there's no enemy on the way back, you can make it.
Hostile detected. Engaging.
So when I come back over here a second time, because we have to come here twice, then you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. Return trip is always the hardest part. That second block is very dangerous and hard to land on. You will spend, if you play this game casually, this is the level you will spend the most time in. It is long and very difficult. Not a lot to say about it other than it's just an auto-scroller and, you know, once again, because we had to fight an enemy, we just barely miss our cycle. If you're going for, like, really, really competitive times on this, which I don't know anybody who speedruns this except for me, but if you did, wanting to race past enemies and take damage is probably the best way to do it. Blocks take 7 bullets to kill, your gun holds 6. Seems like an annoying design choice. They are a little bit forgiving on the total, like, radius of the size of Cactus Cowboy's feet. They added a sneaky red bug there. Catch you off guard on your return trip. when you're on a narrow platform with nowhere to go. But yeah, here we go. We have to come over here one more time. This time we will make the cycle. There's no enemy. And now that we're back, we have another Sideshow Bob there to kill. You have to shoot him in the hair. It's the best place to hit him. And here we are. This is what we came for. All the way over here was just this record. These two buildings, just this. I'm not going to risk it. I could have got the early cycle on that, but I don't wanna. Missing these platforms, especially the third time over, is the most painful thing ever. Giant time loss if that happens. Because as I said, this game does not offer any checkpoints. One thing it does have that is merciful is level select. So if in a run we wind up in a circumstance where I fail a level like this multiple times or get behind pace, in the interest of showing off the rest of the run, we can always invalidate the run, but finish the run. Just gonna pop this on here, hit this little lever, avoid that guy, like the plague. Grab his health, bum bum, pow! Dodge that, and there we go. End of 3-2. 3-3. The Gauntlet. There's a few elements that we can take out by sniping from here. About as good of a sniper as one can be with a 6-shooter. So yeah. They actually did a pretty good job of designing like the overall platform spacing in the game to make it so it's not too difficult it's not impossible, or there's no like weird jankiness to your jumps to make them. Most levels are designed with a very very precise jumping in mind, which for a platforming game in VR, that's not an easy thing to brag about. And really, just platforming in first person at all is quite difficult. We took a hit back there. We have a good cycle for this. There we go. Another gauntlet up ahead here. Just gotta make these just right. Reload. Sideshow Bob. Ignore the bug. Throw the worm, jump down. Kill all 6 of those, and then we're going to do some lovely jumps here. And those skip the trigger. There are 4 worms here that would normally spawn and machine gun you down. But if we jump in just the right spot, we can avoid their triggers. Okay, we're going to wait for that platform. We have one last set of enemies that spawn here. We get our Sideshow Bobs again. By the way, if your bullet hits an enemy bullet, the enemy bullet destroys your bullet. Nothing you can do about it. Right-handed explosive throw. Think that'll work? You got it. That's 3-3. So now, the final level, in which we would normally have a bunch of enemies here, but instead, we're going to try to avoid triggers as much as we can. We got kind of the worst spawn possible. Oh god. Oh god. Leave me alone, please. We did it. Okay. So yeah, that's actually a gauntlet that you're supposed to fight your way through, but if you jump over the triggers in the right spots, you don't have to fight any of them. I'm gonna grab extra health, just in case I don't land this. but time will be as soon as we get the ending sound effect, which is a little tricky to trigger here. But there's force. I'm gonna shoot at him from up here. He can't hit me, and I can only hit him on places where he's exposed that isn't his hat. His hat is bulletproof for some reason. So sometimes, like, when he shoots the rocket in just the right way, it can trigger the end state of the level. But I'm gonna go ahead and like keep shooting at him. He can't hurt us at all. Sometimes you just get the right spot. There it is. The explosion moved the trigger of Cactus Waifu into us. Boom! And that's the game. That would be time. Yeah. That's Cactus Cowboy Land VR. We'll go ahead and read the outro here, and then have a little bit there. You've defeated the evil horse Weissnecker and rescued the Cascai Princess out of his castle. The world is safe now, and you, the Cactus Cowboy, can finally go home and enjoy the sunset with your waifu cacti. It was a glorious but daunting adventure, and you can proudly say I freed the world from the anti-cacti robots. Godspeed, cowboy. YEEE HAW. So, we get the lovely credits here, where we get to listen to some lovely banjo music, shoot at targets, hang out with our cactus waifus, stare at the credits. It's actually kind of fun as credits go. I don't think I've ever read the credits because it's so fun to like shoot these bullseyes, especially since they flip back over. So yeah, here's our BoC of Color, Deathbird, Sergeant Urethrason, Kurt Kaffiers, SMG Simpleton, Ralph Costenzo, Philo Tyner, I don't know what these names are. Gunnar Gunbug, Shrippy Daniels, we didn't get to see him at all, and then Horst Weissnecker. Yeah, so this game was made right at the beginning of Corona. And let's see, we can actually pull up the main menu here. Oh yeah, the menu is actually quite fun too. So yeah, we showed this earlier. Turn around. This is the Corona Quarantine edition of the game, which is actually pretty funny. It's actually a very cool looking model of the coronavirus. There's different models that they had for the handgun. Or the pistol here. We're going to go ahead and hit continue here. I want to just show one last little thing here before I let you go. Just another little neat oddity that this game has. The menu is held on your left hand. The right hand is here. You can do left hand mode. Put the gun in your left hand. Or you can do gunslinger mode, where you hold reload and shake the controller. So if I reload it, I can hold the reload button, shake the controller to reload. That's how you reload, like you press the button. You have to shoot all 6 bullets. It's a lot harder. I will not be doing that ever. This game also does offer comfort options. Don't be silly. There's no comfort options, XDDD. Yeah, I have a 392 death count on this. I recommend practicing. Get good. But yeah, there's a lovely little level select here. We can go to any stage we want, including the bosses. So yeah, if things do get a little out of hand with this run, it is quite a bit safer in that regard. And that's pretty much the game. So I'm Ritz Blues. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys around.